This is just over a 9-inch display screen that you can put in your car, so you can access CarPlay, maps, and everything like that, especially if you have an older car and you don't have access to it. So you have the screen itself, which is just over 9 inches, and then you have a mount, which this is if you want to set it on the actual dash itself, or you can take this off. It comes with a little screwdriver, and there's 4 screws right here, and you can attach this mount, which is an arm with a suction cup, which actually has a little sticky underneath it, a little sticky pad, which is really helpful. And you can stick it up on the windshield and then attach that on the back to hold it. I'm just gonna put mine on the dash like this. Then it also comes with a power cable, which goes into your lighter charger, and that has a USB-C at the end, which you're just gonna plug into the side right here. Also has a port for an SD card. It actually comes with a 64 gigabyte SD card. That's going to be for your camera right here, so you can constantly get footage while on the road. So how the camera works, the dash cam, it's a 4K dash cam, and anytime that it is powered on, so if it's plugged in, it will start recording. If your memory card fills up, it actually will start deleting the oldest files to make sure you can keep recording on loop, which is really nice. So you just plug it into your lighter port right here, and then you're gonna take the USB-C and plug it into the side to give it power. And then also you would take out your micro SD card and slide it into the side right here. Once you plug your micro SD card into the side, you're gonna see that it's powered on. You're gonna see here it's gonna ask you to format. You're gonna wanna do that when you have a new SD card in there, as it will now be able to write files and actually record stuff onto that SD card. Now let's show you how to attach this. On the bottom here, you're actually gonna have a little pad here, which you take off and it reveals a sticky pad underneath. There's also screw mounts down there, 4 screw mounts right here. If you have a dash mount, you can actually screw it into that dash mount. So you're just gonna take that and press real hard down onto the surface to get it to attach. You wanna press down as hard as you can to really make sure that it gets stuck there. Again, if you have a dash mount, then you can take it off. I suggest plugging it in and plugging your micro SD card in before, as it's easier to reach. And then it has a little ball mount on the back, so you can move the camera around to make sure you actually can get the view that you're looking for, which is nice. If you have it on the windshield, you have more versatility to move it around a little bit more. But as you can see up here in the top left, it's already starting to record. As it's plugged in, it automatically starts recording right away. Let's show you some of the features it has. All your menus right here on the left. Here's your volume. As you can hear, it has making sounds every time you're touching. You can move it up and down just with the touchscreen. The whole thing is touchscreen. You have Apple CarPlay, which will give you the instructions of how to pair to your phone. And then you're gonna wanna open Bluetooth on your phone here, and it should appear on the bottom right here. And it should match that to right here. As you can see, it's a match. I'm gonna press it. It'll give a pairing number, and you hit pair. And then you can request to let it see your contacts or not if you want it to appear on that screen. I do not. And then you can ask it to automatically pair with your smartphone to use Apple CarPlay, which I do want, so you use Apple CarPlay. And now it's connecting to it. And now you can see how it changed. Brought up my Spotify music, brought up the map where we currently are. I can now touchscreen and access my music. I can access my phone. You also have the aux cable here you get on the side. And you want to make sure you plug that into the side as well, and then we'll plug it down here into your actual car. Now, the only downside I've seen of this is I'm getting a feedback from the aux cable that they gave me, and you can hear it here. But when I plugged in a higher res, better aux cable into the machine, it actually worked fine. So I would just suggest switching out the aux cable. The actual device itself is very high quality. As you can see here, you can go through all your music and such, and you can start playing music. And then if it's plugged out the aux cable, you can start hearing that music all the way through it. You have an ability to touch on the screen and change the music. You can go to the next song. You can pause play. You can do whatever you need to do right on top of it. It's very nice to have that touchscreen feature available. You also can access on your phone and everything else there on the side, like I said. You also have the ability to Bluetooth music, but you don't have the ability to do Apple CarPlay at the same time. Right down here is the settings, and that's where you can access everything else from voice control. And the other big things is recording resolution. You can do 720p, 1080p, or 2.5K. Honestly, 1080p is perfect enough for when you're trying to drive on the road and being able to use that for later on if you get into an accident, I think. And also, if you can't find the way to factory reset it, right here is where you would factory reset it. if you're having issues at all with the hardware. And formatting is for that SD card. I would format it. If it doesn't pop up, do it that way before you start using a new micro SD card. And you have everything else from time, date, driving position, everything like that, language, all on this screen. You have the time up here in the left corner. DVR, which is access to your camera, which you can now change all your camera settings from here. You have a way to start and stop recording. It automatically starts recording, like I said, when you get in and you start the car on. You have a way to take a picture of whatever currently is in the camera's view. And then you have a way, the play button is to view any old files you have. On the left side here, you'll have a menu to view everything, which is really nice. That's me putting it in and installing it. And then if you continue on, you can also mute it so you get no sound, or you can unmute it. So I have mine muted so I have no sound, but it also has a mic in it, so it allows you to record audio inside the car as well. Overall, I absolutely love this device. It's great to replace my older screen to get Apple CarPlay especially. It also has maps. You can do Google or Apple Maps, which is really nice, and have directions like normal, and touch screen, all that, everything, and it'll automatically start driving and giving you all the directions like a normal GPS if you set it off your phone as well. So overall, an absolutely fantastic device. I definitely recommend it for the price. It was super easy to set up. I love how they have different arm placements and that it gives you all the tools you need to adjust everything you need. The only downside I would say is get your own aux cord, as it's a little bit more on the cheaper side compared to a more high quality aux cord, but definitely check it out. I highly recommend it.